most of what you said. I'm just saying there's a lot of people out there who can't bring themselves to vote for Biden or Trump. And if the problem lies if I kind of just consider this get Biden out at this point. Like I don't necessarily like Trump as a candidate, but the way to get Biden out is through Trump. And that's the only way. Well, look, I agree. It's the only way. Look, logically speaking, that is the only way to get Biden out of presidency. Okay, Kelvin. Right. Yeah, I mean, look, I think everybody in this group, if they put a gun to your heads and said, look, you have to pick either Biden or Trump, I think everybody here would probably pick Trump. No. Okay. So, oh my God, you're left out. You're the nobody cares. I have to vote for Trump. This is bullshit. Biden has dementia. No. Okay, guys. And what Dar was saying before we get in is he was saying if you absolutely had to pick. Huh? What?
Jess, are you talking?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Yeah. Yes, I am talking. What I was saying. Ari?
She's talking, Jen. She's talking.
All right, I'm going to drop Ari.
Okay, so what Dar is saying is like if you absolutely had to, if you literally had a gun to your head, would you pick Trump? If you were forced to, he was basically saying you would probably pick Trump. That's what he was saying. Don't get all emotional, guys. And he's wrong. He's absolutely wrong. By saying everybody here will do that.
I think it's insane to say that you won't vote for Trump in the general because we literally have a president who has Alzheimer's and we're at the precipice of nuclear war and people are complaining that their feelings are hurt. Are you fucking kidding me? Literally, Joe Biden is nuclear war with Russia. And people are mad that
my hand was up for a long time. Are you
fucking kidding me right now? It's absolutely insane. Lapis is the Valley Girl.
Okay, can Broke Boy go, please?
It's
Thank you.
Boy. But
just saying it like that to be silly.
I'm not gonna lie, fam. Like this whole trying to fear people into voting for Trump or voting for Biden or voting anyway is really irritating, bro. Like it's not gonna work. You can't fear porn a person out of their principle. I don't believe that the world's gonna end if we vote for Biden or if we vote for Trump. I think the long-term implications, you know what I'm saying, is really where the debate lies. But at the end of the day, I mean, they're both delusional as hell. They're both sick in the head. One is narcissistic, and one is just old. Like one is like, well, they're both old, and one has dementia. So like, you can take the narcissist who's literally trying to fucking single-handedly reshape America. He wants to get rid of what is it called, FICA and all of this. He don't want to get rid of FICA. He want to get rid of
the difference is that Trump won't be able to do anything. Okay, that's
let me finish. Let me finish.
Guys, let Broke Boy finish.
Yeah, I was just saying like. He want to use tariffs to fuel the economy and all of this crazy ass shit. And Biden wants to expand the Supreme Court. So I mean,
just Taji.
They both crazy.
We just went through COVID. Like it's really gonna work to try to scare people into something.
My submission.
Okay, he's saying don't do that. Sorry, Snake Eyes. He's saying don't do that. That's stupid.
No, I'm agreeing with him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I see his other hands, and y'all coming off y'all mics like flies coming off some shit. So I'ma just go ahead and land. But yeah, what I was just trying to say was that a vote ain't a principle, man. So stop doing that shit, bro. Stop trying to fear niggas into being scared. We're at the precipice of nuclear war, bro. We are always at the precipice of nuclear war. All right, so stop that shit.
But Taji, what if they're not trying to fear niggas into it? What if they're just trying to fear the white ones into it?
Well then, that's stupid. No reason.
That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to scare the monkeys.
Oh my god, I just love that people just can't vote for who the fuck they want to vote for. It has to be, you're gonna fucking end the world. Like, they're all pieces of shit. They're all inept.
Mm-hmm. What's it matter? Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Okay, my goodness. Okay, Professor, you are next, I believe. Yeah, and then we're going to go to Chosen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, as Broke Boy would say, right? You're like, oh, you can't vote for Biden. He's going to get us all killed. And if you can't vote for Trump, then you got to vote for
it's not fear
called RFK that is a hideous fucking liar, right?
Mathis, if you can't stay silent, we're going to have to drop you down a listener again, okay?
Slow your roll, Valley Girl. You get a turn. Yeah, so like a devout liar, and he's not lying about policies he's going to pass. He's just lying about fucking reality. And it's ridiculous that people are, oh, everybody in here is absolutely going to vote for Trump over Biden. But if you're that one person that's not, you need to vote for RFK. So it's an absolutism statement that you're basically going, oh man, well, I didn't want to vote for Trump. Maybe I should just vote for RFK. I want to be like everybody else. That's literally a subversion tactic to come in here and tell people that. They're like, well, he's better on Ukraine and COVID. He's a fucking idiot. That doesn't know what reality is. And I'm tired of explaining the geopolitical landscape of Ukraine and why we have to fucking oppose Russia. And if you're just a dumb fuck that hasn't gotten it 3 years into the fucking war, and you're like, oh my god, RFK's gonna cut our military budget by 75%. And if you think that's a good idea foreign policy wise, you're fucking set sail. There is no fucking help for you at this point. But just be aware you're also cutting veteran benefits to do that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Chosen, go ahead, honey.
Thanks, Jess. Professor, I don't want you to dox yourself or anything, but would you happen to have been eating in a Czech restaurant in Sacramento about like a month ago or so?
Did I shoot the place up or something?
Okay, no, there was a guy sitting at me and my fiance were eating over at a Czech restaurant in Sacramento between 3 weeks ago and a month, and there was a dude sitting at the table next to me watching horse racing with somebody who sounded exactly like you. And I'm like, man, I almost want to go up to that guy and say, hey, go in like Twitter Spaces under the name Professor, but I didn't. I withheld, but I was just curious if that was actually you or not. I agree with 99.5% of everything that Dar said. I want to applaud you and your take. The only thing I would differ with is that if you cannot bring yourself to vote for Donald Trump, please do something crazy and go ahead and vote for Joe Biden and continue this record high stock market, record high petroleum, record low unemployment.
Stock market performance is the price.
Absolutely record high oil production, man. I'm so glad that we're not in Afghanistan or Syria or Yemen anymore, even though somehow we're on the precipice of the nuclear war. I mean, we're in nuclear now than we have.
Nuclear.
Good point.
Nuclear, not nuclear war. Nuclear war. Yes. You gotta be very specific in your language.
Yeah, it's still three. It's still 3 syllables. It's just that it's a different middle syllable in there.
Look at that. Croaky came in the room and got 20 other listeners all of a sudden.
Are they hidden, or are they just other people that came?
All hidden.
We have so many. Okay. So, Jonathan, are you done with your Biden spiel?
Yes.
Hey, Croaky, smack this pose. They trying to take me out.
Whoa, pause.
No. I admitted defeat to Snake Eyes, guys. So, Snake Eyes totally should have won this poll. The best that ever go.
I'm tied with boxing.
What is the
it's
poll?
It's not looking too good for me.
No, it was like you posted that thing like stop the count, and I posted like basically replying, I give up. So anyways, go ahead, Tron. You're next.
Well, that was quite a night last night. Sadly, Lapis, I wasn't able to become the villain I wanted to be. But, you know, all y'all talking about, like, RFK Jr. and Trump, like, trust me, I hate Donald Trump. I don't think he's sufficiently loyal enough to the party as a whole. Like, a lot of these people talk about, loyalty to Trump. Well, no, I don't want loyalty to Trump. I want you to win an election. And if you don't win an election, or if you make us look bad, I'm not going to like you. Which is why I didn't support Good last night. I supported John McGuire. And I know I'm probably going to catch a little flack for that, but that's just my opinion. Now, I can't bring myself to vote for Biden. It would be too stupid of me to do that.
You don't have to. it's like vote for Trump if you want.
Right. Hey, shh. Let me land my plane here, man. Like, the whole point here is that I've seen...
Come up with something better than land my plane, please.
All right, no problem.
I love your
I concur with that. No more planes.
Can we crash planes? Like, what do we do?
So the whole thing with this election is I am going to sadly have to vote for Trump in the end. I don't want to, but I'm going to have to. In the end, I just know that this will be his last election. I hope it is his last election, so I don't have to deal with his shit anymore. Because to be quite honest, I'm tired of all the stupidity. I'm tired of all the king-making. Like, I just can't do this no more, you know?
So you can feel safe in the fact that no matter how you vote in this election, Donald Trump is going to lose this election.
I don't care.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. So regardless of how you want to vote, that's fine. The issue is what we do afterwards. That's the entire point of all of this. That's what happens afterwards.
Oh, I can't see who's talking.
It's Croaky.
Oh,
That would be Croaky, yeah. So, like, if that's what I'm, like, it's, the thing is, for me, the down ballot is more important than the presidency, to be honest. So, you know, that's my viewpoint on it. Whatever you want to vote for, I do not care. Doesn't matter to me. Everybody has, like, as long as your justification is logical, then, and it makes, you know, some modicum of a sense, then I'm fine with it. You know?
Of sense, just an emoji of consent.
Yeah, like if you're a Republican, like the best thing we can hope for on election night 2024 is to get the Senate, because at the very least you'll be able to stop Biden from nominating, you know, these batshit crazy judges.
Yeah.
You got John Tester in Montana, Sherrod Brown in Ohio, and potentially maybe a few other competitive seats, although I don't know. You never know. But, you know, as for everyone who thinks that Bob Good has been ousted, no, he's not been ousted. It's still a close election. There's no projection yet. My cat is knocking over a bowl. But overall, people we'll just wait and see. The State Board of Elections won't certify the race until July 2nd. And if then and there'll probably be a recount, and if it's under half a point, then the state will pay for it. I mean, more than likely, we're going to see a recount in the Bob Good race. So we're not done until.
Yeah, it's all not lost. Yeah, I understand.
Thank you.
Yeah, I completely understand it's not lost. If there's, like I saw that Bob Good posted that they're going to have potentially, they're going to do recourse. There may be a recount, etc. So, I believe it is Conservative Beaner, then Vongs, then Lapis, then Professor. So Conservative Beaner, go ahead.
Quick question for Tron. Tron, are you still milking that cat?
Hey.
He's a guy. He's a dude.
Man, y'all, bro.
Okay, Conservative Beaner, go ahead, Conservative.
So if you're a Trump supporter screaming about World War III and all this other bullshit, you're no different than the sky screamers for Hillary when Trump was elected, and you're no different from Democrats now that are saying that Trump will end democracy as we know it and will end voting for black, brown, and yellow people across the country.
That's the point, And here's the truth behind that is because if it was true that Biden is going to be the end of democracy or Trump would be the end of democracy, they wouldn't be our fucking candidates. Okay, we would have picked DeSantis, and Democrats would have probably pulled somebody off the bench and not put Biden back up there again. This is all just typical alarmist bullshit that we get every election cycle. That the next person is going to be the end of democracy. It happened with Trump. It happened with Obama. It happened with Bush. It happened with freaking everybody. So. Just know that, and I'm along the lines I'm short term. I can deal with 4 years of Biden, big fucking deal. Long term, I can't deal with the sycophants of Trump. The Trump brand needs to die this election cycle, and therefore it kills any of his little sycophants that have higher aspirations of doing anything after this election, including his kids, including his wife or his fucking stripper girlfriend or whatever. So. I'm not going to land it there, but I'm going to set my nuts down gently.
Okay, that should pass the just sniff test, so to speak.
That's a little bit awkward.
I was just going to make a comment.
I don't think you saw that through. I don't think you saw
that. I'm just really concerned about this, everyone being so hesitant with the presidency. There's going to be collateral damage with the down ballot. There's going to be I just think there's going to be tremendous impact down ballot to people just showing up in general. We're just so over it. It's like Trump exhaustion syndrome is a real thing. And
I just wanted to say really fast before we're having to cycle people through. So please, if we drop you down, it's not because we're trying to be grumpy or mean or anything. It's because we got to cycle through. There are people waiting. Thank you.
No, you kind of hit me at the end of it. That's just my comment. That's where my mind goes when I listen to people that go back and forth about Trump, Biden, RFK. I don't really care. But I just think we are going to see such horrendous turnout, and I think it's going to hit the right harder than it hits the left. But that's just my opinion. All right, whoever's up next, go ahead.
All right. So this is my last one of the night, and I got to get out of here. So what I wanted to say is, you talk about voting turnout. After what I saw yesterday, I went from, I was gonna vote Biden and then down ballot Republican, and I'm now in the burn it all down. So I'm voting Democrat down ballot as well. In fact, actually, I know his name was brought up. I know his name was brought up earlier, but Bonk actually stopped me from donating. I was gonna put a pretty sizable donation to the Democrats last night. I am that.
It ain't no way you being dead ass serious, man.
No,
hold on.
I am beyond.
It ain't no way you being dead ass serious.
No, I'm dead. I am.
That's a suicide.
You're voting. You said you're voting down ballot Democrat.
I believe now.
Why the fuck would you do that?
I'm gonna tell you.
Here's the problem.
I mean, come on.
Okay. Do you mind if I'll just say my viewpoint on it and really fast, and then you okay? My goodness, broke boy. Anyways, so Vonks. So here's the thing. We need.
Why can't the black man come off mute? Why can't the black man come off mute? Why not say something as a black man when he comes off mute?
Okay. You just turn a
I'm gonna get you the black man on this account.
But
experiences all the racism.
Yeah, right. Okay. So, anyways, basically, I just feel like we need Republicans, in Congress and in the Senate, to be able to stand up to Biden, to be able to actually promote conservative ideas. And if we do this, it's basically just giving in to what Trump wants with all the. With every single person, with all the candidates and everything. And you're in an area that you have actual conservative people running. So I think that that's a bad idea. That would be my opinion on it. What do you say, Bums? Why are you doing
Because I've talked about it before, but I am 100% convinced we need a 2008 wipeout. I think that's the only way to reset things. And it needs to happen just so we can just get this over. We need to take another historic loss, and then we can really sit down and go, where are we going? What's the thing? Because.
But if the losses are conservative, I'm not saying
my guy's not a conservative. Let me just put this where I'm at right now. if you guys saw this guy's voting record, nobody would be saying that he's conservative. Well, he's conservative, but he's not like he's no Bob Good, right? He's a meh. He's meh. There's people here in my local area I don't really like. I was going to hold my nose and do it. I know them at a personal level. I don't like them. I wasn't going to vote for them. I was going to vote for them because I was like this, but it's just such a tipping point to me that I can't. And yeah, no, I was literally about to put about $2,500 down last night towards the Democrats. And I am that angry with the Republicans and the way they're doing things.
Hey, Vons, I have some golden sneakers to sell you.
Literally,
are you looking for any golden sneakers? Just kidding, just teasing you.
Yeah, what's going on?
Alright, so yeah, I just wanted to say, I understand you upset, bro, but the solution to your problems is not voting down ballot Democrat, fam. Like, that sounds crazy. So you are already in a struggle, clearly in your local community or whatever, with the Republican Party and conservative candidacy, and you're losing. And so your result, so your perspective on what you should do is lose more. That doesn't make any sense.
You're making one mistake.
Let me finish. I respect you. I just don't think that's a smart decision for you to vote like down ballot Democrat. Like that just is tweaking me. Like it doesn't even sound right. Being mad at what's going on with the federal election. That's such a separate thing from what's going on in your local town. It's so we're so removed from that. Like, okay, you can justify that, but we're talking about you know what I'm saying, on a local level, on a smaller level where you have more control over things. I feel like if you that jaded, fam, then don't vote at all. Like this is fraud.
So I understand what you're saying from it, and I get where you're coming from on this. But I'll tell you, these people at the local level are just psychopaths. Like that's what they are. They are just them, and I want a whole cleansing. You guys vote for how you want to vote. I respect all of it on this. And the thing is, at the end of the day, there's a lot of conservative principles that I agree with. I would not classify myself as a conservative. I wouldn't classify myself as really anything. Because while there's a lot of things that I pull from conservatives and there's a lot of views that I do, there's things about them I disagree with as well. There's things, I would say I'm far more conservative than I am liberal, but there are certain areas where I am liberal. There are certain areas where I'm very centrist, and there are certain areas where I'm very libertarian. I don't just check a box and that's it for me. What I can say is I think that what we're currently seeing is I'm not really seeing a huge difference between the parties, and I don't think that there's going to be much of a difference. The only difference I really see in the grand scheme of things about stuff that I want is that one side is going to just keep pushing election denialism. They're going to keep pushing just conspiracy theories. And the other side is, what are they pushing? That's the end of the world. Student loan forgiveness. So I'm stuck with a choice between people that are talking about nationalizing student loans.
But that's a false. That choice is that binary choice is false. You can choose to sit the fuck out of the election. Voting, bro, you understand, you're at that, so I don't know. So you said you don't necessarily identify as conservative.
Let me preface this, okay? Vunks is always very, very honest with where his principles are, and he is very vocal that he's not a Republican and he's not a conservative. So He shares a lot of our values, but I don't think that he, you know what I mean? He doesn't align.
Yeah. So I'm not going to hold him to the standard then.
I've been Republican. I've been Republican, I've been independent, I've been libertarian. I've shifted throughout those. I was libertarian. No, I'm not voting this time. No, I voted for Gary Johnson. I voted for Gary Johnson.
Yes.
Well, look, I'm not gonna hold you to it. I'm not gonna hold you to any standard that you don't hold yourself to. So
there's a reason why you don't see why I love what you guys are doing with the New Federalist. There's a reason I don't have that in my profile. Because I'm personally not a New Federalist. I'll tell you this, I would live in your world. I would be very happy in your world, if that makes sense. Like, I view voting as a mechanism to continue to move things towards the world that I want for myself and my family. It is a conservative world, but there's also things like, I don't care about if gay people get married. I don't care if you smoke a joint. I don't care if you in a personal level want to go and get transgender surgery. Just don't expect me to pay for it, or don't expect me to say that I have to call you that. Like, you do what you want to do, and if you're an adult, again, we're talking about as an adult, right? Like, I think people should be pretty much free to do what they. No, because I believe.
I think it's more libertarian-esque. So I think
liberals want to maximize freedom. Liberals want to maximize
classical liberal. Sure.
If you were a liberal, would be more of a classical liberal.
Right, classical
liberal. Liberal.
If I take something from it, I definitely shift. I try to. If somebody can present to me facts, right, and the facts, I always try to listen to people. Anytime I discuss with people, I come from the mentality that I'm in the wrong, and I want to be shown that I am wrong, because that's how you grow. Like, that's how I've grown in professionally. That's how I grew in school. That's how I've always grown in life in general. Is that I always assume when I'm discussing with people or reading or looking that my own views are wrong, and that I want to be taught something else. And if I can't use my arguments to beat that, I will incorporate the things that I can't into me, and then I reassess and figure out where can I go from here and where it is. Because at the end of the day, I just want to be as truthful as I can to myself and to other people. And I don't care at the end of the day, it makes sense. That's probably where I'm at.
All right, cool. And thank you for the record, just for the sake of the recording, because people were saying that the New Federalists were telling people to vote down ballot Democrat.
That.
And then you said,
I'm not telling anybody to.
Yeah,
I want to make that.
So
you vote how you want.
And you also said that you were not a New Federalist. So
correct
that as well.
Yeah, no, but everybody should vote how they feel is best. Do what you feel is best for you and your family. But like I said, I don't shame anyone if they want to sit there and they want to vote Trump. Do it. If you want to vote RFK Jr., more power to you. You voted Biden, great, awesome. However you want to do it. But I think if we come from a discussion where we want to talk about why we're voting, that's a great thing. If we want to talk about trying to browbeat people into it, that's where I have a problem. And I have a problem with anybody trying to do that.
Thank you so much.
And again, I just want to say this. We are not on there is no threat of nuclear war. We're not getting into a nuclear war at any time. That is absolute insanity.
Yeah, people get a little bit emotional. Go ahead, Lapis.
It is not fear-mongering when the President of the United States literally has fucking Alzheimer's disease. It is not fear-mongering when you've seen the biggest escalation, like real escalation, not just like posturing and stuff, which is usually what happens. The President is literally fucking demented. We have not seen this in a long time. The President doesn't know who he is and where he is.
I know, Lapis, you're not giving us
his handlers.
This is all fear. This is all fear.
Handlers are terrific.
We know all these things. We see all the time.
Can I finish?
So bring us something.
Man's on the wrong side of the spectrum.
Can I speak? I waited patiently. Can you please let me speak?
Yeah. Well, I've been here longer than you, so I've waited as well. So I just
You're being very rude right now, and I would appreciate.
Hey, nobody. Okay,
everybody, calm down.
I'm mega. Don't listen to this guy.
Calm down.
Okay.
Calm down.
I would appreciate it if you stopped being rude.
Okay, Lapis, the reason why she's interrupting is because you're kind of not giving us new information. You've already said this information before. So, like, if you're going to present information, please present this as
I
something.
was getting to that if you would let me finish.
Then be polite, because we've been polite. Sometimes you get interrupted on Spaces. Welcome to Spaces. Go on.
As I was saying, the idea that it's fear-mongering or it's just posturing for the election is not necessarily true. If you really, really don't want to live, I don't think people understand. It's not. If Joe Biden is reelected, see, under Joe Biden, you've had, I think, probably 10 million, maybe more illegal immigrants, and then 5 to 7 million legal, quote-unquote, immigrants, and that doesn't even include all the people in the backlog. You're fundamentally saying you're okay with ending the historic American nation, and you're okay with basically turning the country into Brazil, because you've seen persecution of political opponents. First time that's happened in over 200 years. You're okay with extreme levels of immigration that fundamentally transform the country.
Okay, I just want to interrupt. I just have to interrupt because
you're literally giving Democrats a permanent electoral majority that they haven't had in like a fucking 100 years. Like, I don't think people realize.
I understand your point, but you're saying that it's not
going to be math.
You're saying that it's not fear-mongering. Give me an example, like one thing that's not based on fear.
Well, the fact that immigrants vote 2-1 Democrat and Texas is getting more and more blue every single cycle, especially with increasing Hispanic migrant.
Do you know what percentage of migrants vote?
So voting for Joe Biden is basically voting to give up the presidency because you're saying, hey, let's bring in millions and millions of more immigrants who will most likely vote. A lot of them will move to Texas, and then Texas will go blue within probably 2036. You're literally voting to give Democrats the presidency. It's literally what you're doing.
I'm going to interrupt you. I'm sorry, I have to
It's literally...
No, listen to me. Trump just said, quote, this is a Chamber of Commerce quote, just let you know that he's owned by him, that he is all for getting more, quote, high-skilled immigrants here.
Trump has never once increased immigration.
Bullshit.
Trump had worse.
That is it.
Trump had worse immigration numbers than Barack Obama. He had worse immigration numbers than Barack Obama, sir. Do you know that?
It's almost like the Jews were sending millions of Mexicans up north. Are you retarded? Yeah, no shit. There's more Mexicans coming up now.
Trump reduced legal immigration by 50%. Part of it was the public charge rule. Part of it was the reduction.
Who expelled the most immigrants?
visa.
Who expelled the most illegals?
Barack Obama redefined what deportation.
Did he expel the most immigrants? Yes or no?
No, he didn't.
How are you saying that?
On paper, yes, but he changed what deportation
Okay, got it.
Most of those people come across the border 2 or 3 or 4 times.
So he did. Thank you. Got you.
Literally.
Okay, so here's the thing. You're still using again.
About the texture of the
Fox News. Fox News.
Okay, you still haven't shown me anything that's not fear because you're saying that you're not fear-mongering. Fear-mongering is when you're using fear to convince people of something. Give me something that isn't fear-based. Quickly, please.
It's like a fear. It's like an appeal to fear tied to appeal to emotion, tied to appeal to stupidity.
He's
not going to stop, guys. All he's doing
they're moving to states like Texas and Arizona.
He's got 20 more seconds.
Voting for Biden is literally voting. Mathematically speaking, you're voting to give the Democrats a 1940 style electoral majority, and therefore Republicans get locked out. And
don't tell me you're voting for Biden.
7 or 8 years, and I've fallen on deaf ears. And I really think that not voting for Trump is literally is not look. If you're not conservative, that's fine. But
who's not conservative?
Conservative, you should at least be voting for Trump.
This is the thing. Here it is. So
is Trump a conservative? Is Trump a conservative?
To solely,
we're going to you next,
literally, we're deciding whether this country should be Brazil or not. Like, I don't think it's any
Brazil
here.
All right, we're going to move on to Professor. Thank you, Lapis. Go ahead, Professor.
Oh my God. So, like, if you don't do what I like, you're total Marxist. And if you don't vote the way I like, you're not a conservative. And, like, we have to like Donald Trump, otherwise this country is going to hell in a handbasket. It's totally unbelievable. I've been saying this for years, and nobody will believe me.
Yeah, if the Indian and Hispanic population keeps increasing, it will be impossible to win Texas. That's true. That's literally true.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, he can't get you anything that's not fear porn because that's all he can sell is fear porn. But ironically, this is what you're doing. If you're going to say that, then at the same token, when you look at Donald Trump and the Eastman memo and the fact you have to say you don't actually care about the Constitution. You don't care if Donald Trump just gets rid of the Constitution and just continues on as dictator. Because I feel he's a better president than the next, like if Joe Biden runs again and wins the next time around, he's like, well, I still feel Donald Trump's better. So I'd be okay with him subverting the Constitution to stay in office. That's what you're saying. If you continue to vote for Donald Trump, that's what you're saying. If you use the Lappis's logic.
Repeal the 22nd. Repeal the 22nd. Repeal the 22nd.
So okay. So I think it's Mr. Republic who's next. Am I correct?
Yeah, and then Chosen, and then Ella.
And okay, cool. Go ahead, Mr. Republic.
My deepest apologies. What is this space about? I just joined because it looked interesting, just so I have some context.
Well, if you want to stick around, you might have a better idea because everyone's got their hands up to kind of chat about different things. Do you want to just kind of stick around you could stick around for a bit. Okay.
Yeah, why don't you move on to someone else if that's okay?
All right, Chosen, what's up?
Hey, I'll be brief. I just wanted to remind a lot of people who might be newbies in here that the only reason why Joe Biden is currently in office is that Donald Trump was already in office, and he did such a fucking abysmal, shitty job that they elected Joe Biden in record numbers, voted Trump out in record numbers. And Republicans, not the ones in this room, just in general, in their infinite wisdom decided, you know what, I'm going to take the guy who failed miserably the first time, got voted out in record numbers, and I'm going to re-nominate him because something's going to be different this time somehow. If you don't like Joe Biden, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not going to try and like sway you. Well, yes, I am going to try and sway you because that's what I've been doing this entire time. But I am going to concede that conservatives will make the argument against Joe Biden to counter my pro-Joe Biden arguments. But nobody can argue that Trump is not an unknown quantity. He's already been in office. This is not like some sort of it's not like this is some sort of we don't know. We don't know how he's going to be or what he's going to be like or how well he's going to do. Right? He had one crisis. Like Obama had 3 pandemics. He had Zika. He had Ebola. He had H1N1. Nothing got shut down. Nothing. They were all handled masterfully.
Oh my goodness.
And then we get COVID and Trump just absolutely shits the bed, and then everybody blames, it's Fauci's fault or it's the blue state governor's fault, even though Tennessee was shut down and Georgia was shut down and Ohio was shut down with all the red state governors. Didn't matter. Trump took full credit for the shutdowns, right? Trump took full credit for that stuff. So to sit there and think that Trump is exactly, and to think that Trump is some sort of unknown quantity and then that might make him better than Biden. We already know that's not the case. We already know for a fact that's not the case.
But it
Do you
was
want to live
stolen,
in Brazil
Jason.
or do you not want to live in Brazil?
The election was stolen, remember?
Yes. Okay, so the election was stolen, right? A lot of people voted, and Trump was not allowed to throw out their votes. And so, therefore, it was stolen by people voting, and that is very tragic. That is an assault on our republic that people were allowed to vote, and Trump could not, through the legal process, eliminate all their votes so that he could stay in power.
Good.
That's not
Immigration is the biggest form of immigration of voter fraud, though, and Joe Biden's bringing in millions and millions of more.
Thank you, Lapis. Again, would you put your information in the nest, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chosen. Again, with your spiel or
I have
providing
one comment about that. I think it's super important that the conservative Republicans or whatever they want to call themselves right now, wherever you are right now, I still think it's important that we hear things like what Chosen is saying, because I agree with almost everything he said. And we don't agree on who we're voting for or what we're doing or any of these other things. But the fact of the matter is, what bothers me about the fact that Trump already did serve, it's not like we don't know what he can or cannot do or what he has or has not done. He's done it before, or not done it, what we wanted him to do. But, like, we're going to get him again, and it's just going to be more like excuses, and it's never going to die. And I just don't understand. And if people think the election is stolen still, it tells me that you're still in an echo chamber, that you haven't went and sought new information, because I believed the same thing.
Well,
but
I think a lot of
for
people
me,
did.
and I hear the same argument as I heard 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, a month ago from people. They don't have any new information.
I think a lot of people did, and then I think that the problem is it's a very emotional thing, right? Like, and then one of the things is nobody wants to admit that they were lied to, right? They don't want to admit that they were fooled, and it becomes a
while.
But
so,
just to add in something, what about the CARES Act? That's the thing that just
yes,
no one
that bothers
me in the room.
So much.
Trump funded the ballot harvesting through the CARES Act, and that CARES Act came from Trump. It did not come from Congress. It was written by Trump's administration, and Trump pushed it, and that's the reason he doesn't like Thomas Massie, because Massie pushed back and called it and said, you're going to lose the election if you fund these shutdowns and allow these states that ballot harvest, and you're going to give them more money to do so that they can then go around and collect all these Democrat ballots, and you're going to do nothing to counteract it. That's why he lost the election. Yeah, there may have been some discrepancies and bad dead voter rolls here and there, but the reason why he lost in these states that ballot harvest because they collected every Democrat vote and then some. Okay, and we did nothing, and that's why we lost. And Trump paid for it, and no one wants to talk about it.
But he complains about it. He complains about all this terrible ballots, and it's like he's gaslighting everyone.
Of course, and we're not going to
it's so embarrassing that it's so.
Which Southern governors celebrated the CARES Act?
This would be a different conversation if it was, say, Joe Biden facing Thomas Massie, or Joe Biden facing Ron DeSantis, or Joe Biden facing someone who has a staunch conservative record that you guys could really rally behind and so forth. Then you could actually be talking about differences in policy and so forth. But Republicans opted to not really go that route. They just opted to go back to the same failure that was in office the first time. And that's really where the argument lies, is do you want to go back to 2020 and deal with the same shit that we all dealt with Trump? And whether you like Biden or not, you don't have to vote for Biden, but voting for Trump is just saying, like, okay, yeah, I'm going to just accept all of this bullshit and just roll the dice here and see if it's going to be different than it was the first time that he was in office. Which isn't likely because Trump doesn't seem to change.
Yes, I mean, I understand what you're saying. I'm not very happy with how Biden handled COVID, but I get what you're saying about some of the other things that you were talking about there. Okay, Ella, go ahead. You've been waiting.
Peace and love, y'all. I just wanted to know, I'm the only one feel like they'll never vote a liberal in there because it's like kind of like too good to be true with a liberal. And why they feel? Do anybody else feel like that they'll never have a liberal?
Most of us are conservative here, so we're not fans of liberals.
Might be.
Chosen's on your side.
I mean, Chosen's with you.
Oh, I got one person with me. That's good. Keep hope alive.
I'm with Ella. I do agree that liberals are just too good to be true. I do agree with that.
That's it.
Just when I need that throwing up emoji that I throw up in a
yes, I need that throw up emoji.
By all means, they don't want it to be right, where everybody getting along and is right and everything's going so good.
Yeah,
never that. That's gonna be horrible.
I get along with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I get along great with let me look on here. I get along pretty much great. I get along great with pretty much everybody in this room. I don't see anybody in here that.
Well, see, I'm a pretty chill person. So, well, I mean, okay, we're a lot of us in this room are pretty conservative. So, I mean, some of us are more conservative than others, but and so we've experienced. I mean, leftists. Are you meaning like a leftist? What kind of liberal are you talking about, Ella?
I don't know the difference. Explain to me what the difference is. Would you say leftist? What that was?
So when I think of a liberal, I think of a classical liberal who believes in like freedom of speech, and it's like that, like just like go along to get along, like whatever, kind of chill person.
Yeah.
When I think of a leftist, I think of like dogmatic, like really like I've had many of them like scream in my face, and they're like, "Oh, you need to do the pronouns or else, and you need to do this or else."
No,
it's
not that one. It's not that one for sure. Not that one. X that out. It's X'd out.
So
the leftists are kind of like the morons that are like taking over the administration buildings over at the college.
Well, they might pick. Wait a minute. They might pick a liberal like that. Then the one that's got that Biden, kind of, a little corrupt a little bit. I guess. Yeah, they might pick him. all they gotta do is be a little corrupt. He'll be all right.
All he has to do is get that money from Egypt.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. I gotta go, y'all. Thank y'all for listening.
No problem. You come in anytime, Ella. We enjoy you.
Thank you.
I believe it's Sultan.
Of course it is Sultan with your new castle.
What's up? You've got to have it. And you know what I've noticed about your little poll? Look who surged suddenly. I don't know, it's very interesting.
Snake Eyes?
Yeah.
God is about to give you favor to pay this thing.
Big Taj got the best account. Big Taj got the best account.
I stopped looking. It was so depressing. We have to be up.
I know it is. Big Taj. Big Taj got the best account. Big Taj got the best account.
Depressing. Snake, I stopped looking. It was so depressing. Snake, we have to be honest here. Did you rate the polls?
Dude,
I think people thought it was fun. His little post was hilarious.
I stopped looking when I was on fucking boxing. So when I saw like deadlock with boxing and the other two pulling away, I was like, I'm not looking at this anymore.
Wow, low blow, guys. But
and see, now I'm in third place. I think I don't know. Like, I think I'm in third place.
Sweet.
Oh, okay. I don't really care.
You know you care.
I can tell you.
I have a question.
I think it's funny. Snake Eyes is all like, I want Snake Eyes to win. To be honest,
can you add Allison? I can't. It won't let me.
I think it's because we've got a lot of people in here. We need to drop it.
Oh, does it usually?
I was rudely sidetracked by Jess Karen Squared. What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know, we need more, you know, Arkansas patriots like Chosen One, you know, on the front lines, guarding the bedrock called American democracy here, the foundation of America. We need more patriots like him to step up to toxic Trump and, you know, take care of him and handle him the way, you know, what's the football team in Arkansas? I forgot.
I mean, how are you saying this is a straight face?
What? Oh, the Razorbacks. That's right. You know, you have to take Trump. You know, Trump's a Razorback, right? You know, he has a lot of weight on him. You know, and he's very threatening. It's like Ari's mother. What was that, Ari? Or good face?
On your piece.
Okay.
Nah, I know. I was just telling my good friend Ari, a peace be upon you. Okay.
Okay, good face. Good face for more behaving in this space.
Hey, and while Chosen is in here, I thought it might be interesting to hear from Allison, to hear what she has to say, because she hasn't been up here yet. And I'm not sure where she falls, so I'm kind of curious.
You know, I can look at someone and automatically know where they fall. Okay, so Allison is an anti-Trump moderate Republican that supports Paul Ryan and the Bush wing. So boom, done. Already did my check. But, you know, when it comes down to it, you know, Jen Willie, you know, I believe Trump is the best president since Abraham Lincoln. You know, quite honestly, right? You know, he's an America First patriot. You know, he's fighting for his freedom.
Don't say Jesus.
So true. Thank you. Anyways, let's go to Vunks.
Phenomenology.
Excuse me, my hand been up.
Excuse me,
Sultan, you're not the host. You were not him. You're not him.
Always
Sultan, you were not him, bro. Sit down.
We're gonna listen.
Okay, so we're gonna do Allison because Allison has not spoken yet. Then we're gonna go to Broke Boy, non-binary, and Good Faith and Bums. Go ahead, Allison.
Hello. If a Sultan cheated, look at my profile, obviously. So, but what I was gonna say is, thank you for letting me speak. Just long story short, with me, I'm in Pennsylvania, so I'm a swing state voter. I'm a former Republican, now independent, but I lean to the right still. I am, though, personally voting for Joe Biden solely for the fact that I want to block Donald Trump from being the president again. Don't agree. I'm kind of like Liz Cheney. I don't really like Joe Biden's policy, but still don't want Donald Trump being our president again. I'd rather have Joe Biden for 4 more years, even Kamala Harris, God forbid, for 4 years, instead of and then basically to give us maybe like, you know, Nikki Haley or Kristen Sununu, somebody like getting a Haley Sununu ticket in 2028, so a decent conservative. Maybe Ron DeSantis. I mean, I'm not too crazy about him, but
Hello.
but yeah. So like, but yeah, that's my whole like long-term strategy, because I feel like if Donald Trump wins this election, we'll get a Gavin Newsom, and I definitely do not want that.
The smart strategy, Allison.
Well, I agree with you that Gavin Newsom would be terrible. Yeah, so Broke Boy, you're next.
Alright, saying you support Nikki Haley up around DeSantis is crazy. In a room full of conservatives, I just want you to know that. But yeah, I will probably end up voting for Trump. You wanna know why? He gave me a stimulus check, alright? You know what I'm saying? You know, historically, welfare
like Jimmy
reform,
with the stimmy.
Bruh, welfare reform done move my people. You know what I'm saying? Welfare reform, been, you know what I'm saying? Free shit, free lunch.
Stop it.
Like that
Stop
shit. Really, so we gonna vote for Trump, fam. He gave us that stimmy, man. He gave us some, that.
How am I losing? How am I losing to this guy?
Unemployment was,
How am I losing?
I know.
No, that's Ozzy Cook's Broke Boy.
Every day unemployment was busting, man. Now I got to stay home, sit on my ass, not do shit. But yeah, what the fuck are we doing here?
Let him cook. Trump 2024.
Welfare reform. You're pro welfare. We know this, cuz. You all about them.
Like, I just don't know what we're doing. Like, alright, so again, like, I'm undecided on all of those shit. But one thing I will tell you is that I'm not picking no damn Nikki Haley over no Ron DeSantis, bro. Like, and I'm not gonna troll you about it, but just know, fam, like, this woman probably never even read the damn Constitution. the lady said that she wanted everybody to have to sign up for social media with their IDs and use their real names to get rid of Russia bots. Is you cool? The only thing good about Nikki Haley was her messaging on abortion, and to some degree she was wrong. Like she wasn't even she just had like the right messaging. I feel like you know what I'm saying, but the premise was actually false. But yeah, like. I don't know, man. That's all I had to say. Another thing, keep running that poll up, man. It's looking good. It's looking like I'm gonna win. It's looking like I'm the GOAT.
It's ridiculous.
I don't
understand why people aren't voting for Snake Eyes.
The best debates. I give y'all consistent scholarship. See, look, I got Dr. Thomas Sowell on my head.
It's true.
In my profile picture.
It's racist.
But Snake Eyes is a 2A fighter, so it's like you got the 2A fighter, and he's Greek, so that's the automatic, right?
Okay, so
they gotta represent the Greeks.
Appropriate time to say that the Greeks had no issue with pedophilia.
Don't go there.
Don't you go there.
Do you want to? You sure you want to talk about cultural history?
Yeah.
You sure you want to talk about cultural history?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Debate. Okay, can we wait on that? Really fast. Sorry, guys. We have so many people. Okay. So I know. Okay, I'm sorry, Good Faith. I guess we'll let Good Faith go next.
Oh, happy June.
Happy June, everyone.
I'm sorry. Are you in Texas?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
It was a Texas holiday. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Thank you. I appreciate you for letting me speak, Jess. I don't know if you can hear me well right now. I'm in the McDonald's parking lot, actually, and I'm about to cook up.
You're like really loud.
So much better than
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I've been waiting so long to cook. I've been hearing Lapis Lazuli, okay, Spurgeon out right now. I mean, he's not a good MAGA ambassador, okay? He's not properly explaining the MAGA doctrine like Good Faith does all the time. Okay, so let me cook real quick. Here, I'm gonna lay down the facts for you guys real quick. I think you DeSantis people have this like sort of infatuation, right? We're losing primaries right now. I mean, it's just sore loserdom at this point, right? Not a single one of you people. Let me speak real quick, okay?
They're conservative, not DeSantis people.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, not a single one of you guys did a single thing to help Bob Good win his obscure Virginia's 5th district primary.
No argument, no
for Joe Biden over Bob Good losing. By Jay. Thank you.
Good Faith. Here's the thing: we had money bomb spaces, etc. for Bob Good. So I don't know what you're talking about. We were doing things for Bob Good.
Can we just say, like, how are you a good ambassador when you come in saying, "Yo, you guys go to."
Okay, y'all, it's coming up to the hour. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you for all the ones who gonna download it. Thank you for all the ones who gonna do the replay. You know how we do this. You know this, the own saying. You already know how it goes. I'll be back though. I think I'll come back later today. I don't know. That's why it's called Ella Gray being random. Of course, I know one day I'm gonna have to set schedules for the people that, is very, very organized. Their life is so organized. They have to have a time. So I think I'll do that for subscribers. Yeah. I think for subscribers, it'll make me, so it's just something about when you making money. You know what I'm saying? Y'all everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's part of the reason why I'm on here is to give information, do reaction. I'm a novice, so there's a lot coming, y'all. Promotions on my channel. I got some interviews lined up. So yeah. Peace, love, and prosperity, y'all.